Today, China tensions with US explode as sends warning by shooting down mock missile. Tensions between China and the US have escalated after experts warned the shooting down of the mock intercontinental ballistic missile or ICBM was a warning to Beijing. On Tuesday, the US shot down a mock ICBM over the Pacific Ocean after reports of Chinese missiles successfully hitting a moving ship in the disputed South China Sea surfaced. But military experts have said Washington sent a clear warning to Beijing after shooting down the mock war weapon. Beijing-based military expert Zhou Chenming said, it wanted to show its Asian allies that Washington is still able to protect them. The SM-3 Block II interceptor test could be seen as a response to China launching 2 aircraft carrier killer missiles into the South China Sea. The U.S. military exercise marked the first time a missile interceptor had been launched from a ship at sea and hit to destroy a mock ICBM in flight. Previous tests had used interceptors launched from underground silos across the U.S. However, Song Zhongping, a Hong Kong-based military commentator, said the U.S. does not have the capability to stop Chinese missiles due to their superior maneuverability and rapid trace changes in flight. He said, the SM-3's capability against a DF-41 is very limited, but it would be a threat to ICBMs developed by North Korea and Iran. However, the U.S. test will spur China to step up its missile renewal program to upgrade its old-generation ballistic missiles. The relationship between Washington and Beijing has deteriorated over recent months following the outbreak of COVID-19 and the tensions in the South China Sea. Despite having no claim over the archipelago, the U.S. has increased its military presence to combat against China's dominance in the region. As the U.S. has increased its military ties with Taiwan, a Chinese military source said the missile launches in August were a warning to their relationship. The source said, the Guangxi missile drill was aimed at warning Taiwan's independence-leaning ruling Democratic Progressive Party that the PLA has the capability to hit specific targets on land. While Washington's latest military exercise will have caught the eye of China, it is believed Washington was more likely to be sending a message to North Korea. Just last month, Kim Jong-un's nation unveiled its largest ever, road-mobile ICBM during a military parade to mark the 75th anniversary of the founding of its ruling party. During the parade, Kim said North Korea would continue to build self-defensive deterrence and apologized for living standards in the country, as well as the coronavirus pandemic. He said, I am ashamed that I have never been able to repay you properly for your enormous trust. My efforts and devotion were not sufficient to bring our people out of difficult livelihoods. While also remembering the anniversary of when Chinese troops entered the Korean War, President Xi Jinping gave a terrifying warning. President Xi said, after arduous battles, Chinese and North Korean troops, armed to their teeth, defeated their opponents, shattering the myth of the invincibility of the U.S. military, and forcing the invaders to sign the Armistice Agreement on July 27, 1953. Before adding that China was ready to fight war with war. He continued, 70 years ago, the imperialist invaders fired on the doorstep of a new China. The Chinese people will not create trouble, but nor are we afraid, and no matter the difficulties of challenges that we face, our legs will not shake and our backs will not bend. Meanwhile, Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer USS Barry DDG-52 returned to South China Sea, November 21, to conduct maritime security operations and promote peace and stability in the region after conducting its 4th routine transit through the Taiwan Strait this year. A continued presence in the South China Sea is vital in maintaining a free and open Indo-Pacific, said Sea Commander Chris Gall, Barry's commanding officer. The freedom of all nations to navigate in international waters is critically important. Barry's transit of the Taiwan Strait yesterday ensured the right and instills the confidence of all nations to trade and communicate in the South China Sea. Lieutenant Jordan Brooks, one of Barry's officers of the deck, said it is incredible the number of fishing boats and merchants who pass through and conduct their business in these waters every day. To accomplish U.S. missions safely, effectively and professionally, Barry constantly works as a team and is always alert and communicating. U.S. Navy guided missile destroyers assigned to Destroyer Squadron 15, the largest U.S. destroyer squadron, have maintained a constant presence in the South China Sea. This November marks the fifth time of the 2,220 deployment that Barry has conducted routine operations in the South China Sea. This past April, Barry conducted a Freedom of Navigation or FON operation around the Paracel Islands and then rendezvoused with the USS America Expeditionary Strike Group for operations in the South China Sea, said Lieutenant CMDR Timothy Baker, Barry's Plans and Tactics Officer. Whether operating independently or as a part of a larger group, Barry serves as a highly visible symbol of the overwhelming force the United States can deploy to defeat aggression. Maintaining a constant presence in the Indo-Pacific, Barry has sailed over 65,000 nautical miles this year and participated in 8 multinational exercises and training evolutions alongside partners from Australia, Canada, Japan, and the Republic of Korea. Most recently, Barry participated in Exercise Keen Sword, a biennial exercise designed to enhance Japan-US combat readiness and interoperability while strengthening relationships and demonstrating U.S. resolve to support the security interests of allies and partners in the region. Barry is forward deployed to Yokosuka, Japan, and assigned to Destroyer Squadron 15. Barry is underway in the 7th Fleet Area of Operations in support of a free and open Indo-Pacific.